Kenny Holtz, like we always do at this time on a Monday night. My man, how you doing?
You already know. I go for mine. I got to shine. It's brick as fuck outside. Bro, I saw the devil outside in a merm, some Ugg boots, and a
Mm.
Scully. Talk about, yo, can you give me some hot chocolate? It is cold as fuck outside.
Bro, let me tell you something. It is. I mean, if you're living in New York or the tri-state area, it is fucking brick outside, bro.
It's oh nah.
Brick.
It's oh nah.
It's oh nah. It's dumb brick. It's mad brick. It's, and we're only in December.
We got so many bricks. We building NYCHA houses. If you know, you know.
Oh boy. Oh man. Kenny Holt, as always at Cowabunga _K_E_N. Myself, Rainy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, go to youtube.com/cruise control podcast. Go ahead, download the rates, comment, like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Show us some love and support for you boys. On the program, our third man, Terrence Watson at Lower East Scribe will be joining us in a few minutes. We are doing this live right after Monday Night Raw, December 15th. Any questions, feedback? Hold up. There you go. Any questions, comments, or feedback you have from the show tonight, John Cena's final match this past weekend, or anything else, hit us up in the chat. We'll get right to it. We are live on X and on YouTube. So we now have the official. We know who the mystery man is. We know who the masked man is.
Yup.
We've been saying it for quite some time. We've been having our own, no pun intended, our own theories about it. Could it be a Austin Theory? Could it be a Montez Ford? Could it be a bunch of people playing the part? And we've been saying for quite a while that Theory should be a part of the vision, and now we have him in full effect. They came out tonight to help Logan Paul against Rey Mysterio, and I'm like, I kind of thought they were gonna unveil, because when you saw him out the ring, you saw his skin complexion. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, okay,
I was
it's
like, damn, did they forget? But remember, Adam Pearce said, I want to know by the end of tonight who this guy is.
right.
So lo and behold, Austin Theory is now the official masked man, newest member of the Vision.
Or
Kenny Holt, how do you feel about it being official for Austin Theory and how it was executed?
well, good little question mark, like who is this? Who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
And the big reveal, like when we were probably gonna see this guy be revealed.
Yeah.
Um, we all thought it was gonna be Theory, like the man's been off of TV for a minute, and Randy, you've been saying that him working under the Vision, you got Braun, you got Bronson Reed, you got Logan Paul, and then you
Mm-hmm.
point all managed under Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
All this upcoming rising new blood, new talent being led by, once Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been like a big rise, like a new evolution 2.0. Now, it still could be on the heels of it, but now we're seeing Theory come. I'm waiting. I'm good that it's been revealed. I thought it was going to probably be prolonged, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess they didn't do it because they got to give us something else to like build off of, to create. They're
Yeah.
trying to expand the diameter of this storyline. So
All
I'm
right.
pretty intrigued with it. I thought it was going to be a little longer, but I guess it was the right move to do it right after Saturday night,
Yeah.
December, and then that transfers into next month in January. So interesting to see.
Let me get the third man in here, Terrence Watson. Let me get the
Ooh.
proper
Oh,
boom, boom, boom.
the
Let me get
boy who
those
dreams.
Shawn Michaels in
Bring
the
the boyhood
background.
dream back. Since so many other boyhood dreams were crushed. On Saturday, I had to bring Hot Boy Hurricane back. Tons of children crying, tons of grown men crying.
I mean, listen, you were there, you were in the building, so
I
you
was there.
So you
and
went to Saturday Night Main Event, everybody.
you had a
I was
first-hand experience to see what was going on live and direct.
I did. I was so grateful to be there in the building. John
Mhm.
gave back to the business like we knew he would.
Yeah.
But the one thing I can say, and I know there's been a lot of discourse, but being there live in the building, I don't think I've ever been in a sold out arena where you could actually hear a pin drop.
Hmm.
Wow.
Once 1, 2, 3 happened, I think everybody was in collective shock, and we
Hmm.
all just kind of was like, "No, wait, really?" Like, or not 1, 2, 3, but like once the
Yeah.
tap happened,
Yeah.
it was kind of like, "No, no way." But even in real time, just as you saw on TV, we could kind of see, obviously, on the jumbotron, John had a smile on his face,
Hmm.
and as he
No, he
smiled, I
did.
was like,
He definitely did.
"No way! Oh no!" I knew exactly what was happening. I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over."
Let's get a few comments here. Ice. Always appreciate you. It's not even about theory personally, but I'm just sitting here like really. Maybe this sparked something for him. I don't know. And they have to change how Austin Theory acts for this to work. He can't be a goofball anymore. None of that shit. I mean, I agree. I think for me as a fan, I don't know how you guys took it because just watching it on Raw. And I guess we've seen so many um in our lifetime, so many surprises and this and this guy comes out and a masked man unveiling and who was it? I don't know what it was, but I think for the masked man unveiling for tonight, it just I it didn't portray like it was a big deal. Unless I'm reading it wrong, like I didn't get like the big hype and oh, it's
Mhm.
I didn't get I didn't feel that. I don't know what it is, don't know what it was. Um, could they have prolonged a little more, maybe until January 5th in Brooklyn
Mm.
to Barclays? Maybe the crowd. I felt it was anticlimactic. Now I don't know because it was Austin Theory, or just the commentary or the crowd. It just kind of fell flat to me. Am I wrong or
Nah,
No.
I mean, I don't think so. I think it's two things. One, I kind of felt that way about everything tonight on Raw, if I'm being honest.
I hear you.
Everything outside of Gunther coming back and talking a little shit,
Yeah.
which he very much deserved, and he drew even more heat, and he made Saturday Night matter.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like everything tonight was a little bit like meh, like what I mean. And like everyone that watches any podcast or watches any one of the the broadcasts
Yeah.
has been saying it's Austin Theory for the past few weeks.
Hmm.
So it being the big reveal is like, yeah, we knew that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he came through and did anything that, now if they would have made it Theory and Montez, like two at the same time, I think everybody would have been like, oh shit, all right. You know what I mean? Like it would have been a little bit more surprising, but we all said it was Austin Theory.
So you're saying that the fact that we knew it was theory, but again, maybe the also the execution of it too. Like I I don't know, bro. I was watching. I'm like you said, the whole show after Gunther, the crowd was white hot for Gunther, as they should. He got that nuclear heat for tapping out Cena,
Mhm.
and then excuse me. After that, it was like I don't know, bro. I was like,
Yo, the only other thing that seemed to get like a real reaction was CM Punk and his promo. But so tonight was the
yeah.
night of two big promos. And that was really it.
And again, bro, it's probably one of those, end of the year shows, holiday time. Everybody trying to get to New Year and start over. It just, I think today felt very flat outside of Gunther. Even the unveiling of Austin Theory, it was like, nah, okay, like we've been new, bro. Like, but still, it didn't feel like a big addition to division.
No.
It didn't.
I think that just because Theory, well, two things. I think because Theory revealed himself, who's to say that he really is probably going to join him with Division right away? He might just say, like, why did you do it? Well, I have my reasons, but he probably might not join with them just yet. We still haven't heard any word that him joining with Division. You know, I think he might still be a little rogue. We haven't seen the real intentions yet. Who knows? But it seems like if he's already cost a lot of Division's enemies, it can be that, but who knows? That could be one. Also, could it be because the holidays, they're recording 2 shows tonight, doing Raw and SmackDown?
I read that. I read that SmackDown for Friday was taped earlier before Raw.
Yeah.
So maybe they'd be like, yeah, I've been here 4 hours, like 5 hours.
Or 6.
Oh, is it the same audience?
Yeah, they were doing it in Hershey.
Oh, wow.
Either SmackDown and then Raw, or Raw and SmackDown, whatever.
Yeah. No, SmackDown was taped Raw live, and then Raw Raw will be live on Monday. And then SmackDown is
taped
I don't
together.
know, some shit, bro. I'm lost.
I think they taping a lot of shows because the holidays are coming up, and then they're gonna be some holiday shows people about to be doing, and I wish they do it in the Garden, but near safe. But that's just the way it is. But
I'm like, yo, get me to Barclays, get me to January 5th. Let's get this shit popping. Everything else you see now, all right, cool, whatever. But now we're just like getting it over with until January 5th.
Yeah, they was very saying it a lot today. I think like they released a lot. We already knew Punk and Braun's happening, and now they announced Rhea, Io versus the Kabuki. I'm like, damn, we can't have like a little tag tournament to see who's gonna win this. We just announced they're gonna fight January 5th. I'm like,
well, noob.
It's a quick. Where's the quick build? Where's some build up? This tag team women's division was cooking. What we saw. Now you just want to say, okay, lottery, multiple choice, Rhea and Io. I'm like,
that's where we at, bro. We're gonna announce 2 weeks prior.
You got 4
no build,
teams.
No story, no backstage vignette, no stuff outside the arena.
Well, you know what?
What can you do?
I will say, even though Raw tonight was kind of meh, I feel like our show tonight is going to be on fire because we got so much to talk about. Like I said, I was there. I can give you the real energy of how it felt.
I was your T-shirt.
I just want to say one thing. I got a little cough going on, so I'm going to be selective when I speak. So this probably going to be Yatu majority tonight, but it's like mad annoying. I think everybody's sick nowadays, bro. It's just
no.
And fuck, yo, if you're in New York, it's like Kenny said earlier, it's fucking brick outside. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like,
maybe that's why Theory was wearing that mask. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay safe.
I mean, they were in Pennsylvania.
Park is crazy.
Nah, man.
The chocolate, hell no.
I just feel like we have so much to talk about tonight. Like I said, like I'm grateful to be there, but then also so much now comes from all of this. And even just like you said, Kenny, even on the women's side, like, what do you guys want to start with? You want to start with Saturday night main event? Or I know you guys obviously talked about it, but I could give my perspective on how things were that night.
I'll work backwards because we're gonna brush through Raw.
Let's do it.
There's a few spots I get to. Ice, great point, Kenny. We don't know Theory's intentions. If they made him a mercenary and not an actual member of the Vision yet, I'm on board. So like he's not officially with them. He's just helping them out for some reason. But you gotta create the story of like, all right, why is Austin Theory helping the Vision? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they recruited him. They're like, yo, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like, I'll take your help, but tell me why you're helping us out. If they don't do that, then it's like, come on, bro.
It feels like You ever hear about those like biker gang initiations where you're like a prospect for a few months and you
You
like
mean Biker Boys, the movie?
nah, Kenny, I'm talking about like real real biker gang. Before they give you like a vest, before you get in, you gotta show up and try to put in work basically. You know what I mean? And tell them like, yo, I'm down. It feels like that. Like it feels like, yo, like you know what? I got you. I'll put in some work before I get my official patch. You know what I'm saying? Before I'm actually a part of, Hell's Angels or whatever. Like it feels like that. Like, yo, he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I got you. Maybe he sees something. Maybe he's like, yo, like, there's a big Seth Rollins, sized gap that Austin Theory can fill. Pause. And so, you know what I mean? Like, he's ready to, he's ready to join in.
Hold up.
Yeah, you about to say.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
That was kind of crazy.
Listen, I know I got a cough. I'm trying to do 4 things. I heard that. I'm like, what?
That was kind of crazy.
But
that was kind of crazy.
Man.
Hey yo.
Hey, T, man. Nah, but jokes aside, T, what if you was to say, what if I was to say this? What if we're not done with the reveals? Because what is to say that we was to get 2 reveals? Like we saw Theory today, but what if we get someone else that reveals himself? What if this isn't over? I know it might be like, we saw Theory, but if we get, like, to Randy's point, if we get an extra reaction, that extra, like, glare or so, what if that happens on January 5th? That will be.
So you're saying that hypothetically, I'm talking very slow now.
Hypothetically.
Theory unveils himself tonight.
He unveils himself.
Let's say on August 5th. On January 5th. Somebody else comes out as a masked man, and you're like, oh shit, hold up. Wait, hold up. And then like the Spider-Man meme, tell me, who the fuck are you? Like how many of you are there? I mean, they could do that, but that could be something very entertaining, interesting. But would they do that? No.
I mean,
I like the idea.
Look at the venue. You're in Brooklyn. Not to try to shit on anything, but you get the reaction when you in the top-notch cities. You get that crowd reaction. It's going to be all about. You get that in Philly. You get that in New York. You get that in LA. Possibly get that in Florida. You get it. Not trying to take it down to Hershey, but ain't no place like New York. Ain't no place like the Garden, and you in Brooklyn. Like, come on, man. Brooklyn.
Yeah,
the first Monday of the new year.
I don't think they should not have done it tonight with the crowd, especially if you tell me they taped the SmackDown prior. Why would you? Should have saved it, bro. Should have saved it until January 5th.
But crazy.
Ice. What if Seth RT for you? What if Seth is pulling the strings behind from the crib, luring the Vision into a false sense of security? Think that Theory is with them, but he's really not.
I can't say I don't like that, Ice, because like that's like some long-term booking.
That's a big.
When's the last time we got real long-term booking? It was John Cena's run, and they kind of boggled that.
Kinda.
I don't know if I really believe in the long-term booking just yet. But what I will say, something you just said, Kenny, though, particularly about the idea of like, yo, what if there's more masked men? I'm with it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm ready for an NWO sized faction. Fuck it. Let's go 10 dudes deep. Pause.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Golly.
Just play it, Randy. God damn it. Just play it. That was insane. I might just have to exit and start over. I'm wild.
Man.
But what I'm saying is let's have 10 members of the Vision.
Bro, you got all 3 sound effects, bro. That was fucking crazy.
That was wild. I can't believe I said that. I hope, but clip it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let's go viral. Fuck it. But yeah, I'm just saying. I think it's time. Let's go, Paul Heyman, and his crew to replace someone that's as big as Seth Rollins. Maybe it does take 2. Maybe it does take 3. Different wrestlers. I'm saying like I wouldn't even be mad at it if it was both Street Profits. You know what I mean? Like, let's bring both of them in and say that they were also the Masked Men. So like now we have an opportunity to really just make it like a huge faction. And what's the last like big faction we've seen, like NWO size faction? And think about how much that changed wrestling. And in my opinion, that's what I think happened Saturday night. That's what I think happened tonight with Gunther. That's what I think we're seeing. We're seeing the changing of the guard. But with every changing of the guard, y'all both know it. They bring back old tricks that they know this generation really never got a chance to experience. They did it with us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the screw job, that was an old trick. That was one of the oldest tricks in the book. You know what I mean? You guys know ball. Cornette talked about that we just hadn't experienced it. But it then took on a life of its own outside of any other screw job we had ever seen in wrestling because of who it was. Mm-hmm. So again, this generation, all they get is old clips of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and the rest of NWO. They don't know what that's like. Let's show them what real chaos is like. The closest thing that they've seen is
chaos.
I'm saying like the closest thing they've seen to like NWO type
Bloodline probably
is really
I was gonna say
really like, but they've never seen we got what I'm saying, like a whole ring, you know what I'm saying, or we got like it just feels like this wave, this monster that you can't control. They don't know what that's like, but we do. You know what I mean? So you want to talk about again starting anew, starting fresh, starting with a whole new generation. Fuck it, put them all in a faction, put them under Heyman's guidance, and let's go crazy.
Yeah.
Where's the Prince?
I think we can have all the ideas in the world. It's just about the execution of everything. Again, like I was texting Kenny earlier, like, yo, is it me? What's going on? What's going on with Raw tonight? It just felt dead. It fell flat post Gunther. Why? I don't know. And just the fact that we're getting 4 matches every Monday Night Raw now. You might be getting a 5th, maybe. You're getting 4 matches. You're getting in-ring promos. Bro, the first hour was the Gunther and the Gunther promo and a match. That was in the entire first hour. Back in our day, the first hour of Raw's War, whatever, you might have 2 promos and 3 matches in an hour.
Sure.
It just the pacing of it, and I'm talking as a fan. Like I watched so many Raws. Pause.
Hey yo,
my bad. For so long, and I'm like, something's not clicking, bro. Something's missing, and I don't know what it is. And you might be having a good match or a good product. It felt flat, like the Steph and Raquel match. I was very excited to see it, but now I'm watching. And I'm like, yo, what is missing? Well, I don't know what it is. Why?
Well,
and then you know what? Thank God for Nikki Bella. I'm saying if she didn't pop up, I'm like, oh my God, I wanted Raquel to win. That's first and foremost. But even the Stephanie, like when I heard the music, it's like it could have been a crowd. It could have been a terrible crowd, or probably a terrible crowd. I was like, yo, they're not in it for her, bro. They're not. They weren't in it for the match. Nikki comes out, then you get a nice crowd reaction. She does the backstage promo back there. I got it right here, matter of fact.
I did what I did out there, and I am not sorry. I am not apologizing for putting people who are beneath me in their place. And you want to know what I'm sick of? I am so sick of this road that I paved, and none of these women appreciate it at all. I am a legend in this industry. And Stephanie and Raquel, you two should be shining my boots.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
Lead up.
Thank God she pulled up because I was like, yo,
I mean, we
this
just
this is one. I'm sorry, this is one of those shows I can't even find shit to talk about. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm stuttering. I don't know what to say.
well, I think we saw a little bit of it. I think that we did decided for us to connect the dots on it. It'd be very intrusive looking. If you saw in the back, Raquel between her match with the Judgment Day, the most infamous one that they've been replaying on Twitter is when Raquel's getting ready for the match. Liv is giving her the smile, but then she quickly turns into that evil look, like she could be plotting. Like, is Liv going to turn, or is she mad about Raquel? And this is just leading up to the infamous possibly what's going to happen. We're probably going to get Raquel, Nikki, and Stephanie for a triple threat for the match, for the title. We've been seeing a triple threat recently, and it's been cooking for the women. Like, if you look at all the size and all the capabilities of all three, their wrestling styles are different. You got big sexy Raquel, you got the legend, the Hall of Fame Nikki Bella. Then you have the upcoming rising La Primera, Stephanie Vaquera. So all three of them have something to bring to the match now. And this will just bring the advantage. I think that's why they probably brought Nikki in, to give the advantage probably to Nikki and just make it jump more. We do want best for Raquel and Stephanie, but to your point, Randy, yeah, man, like, before when Stephanie came out, she used to get that big pop, big reaction, like, but it was just like very dry, very dry. They didn't even show Raquel's entrance to come in. Did a commercial break and Raquel came back. She was already in the ring. I'm like, damn. So
Like that was a sign that this match was not going to end clean, or she was not going to win. If they don't show you entrance, like you're a jobber. Oh, and currently in the ring, like, bro, where's the entrance?
Yeah, Raquel
Where's
was
the entrance at?
That's a fair criticism.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair criticism. I don't know. I mean, I feel like what's crazy is I think not only a few shows ago we were saying like, yo, we want this match at a PLE. We want this match at Saturday Night Main Event. And we got it, and we kind of got a little bit of a dud. Like, there was no excitement. I don't know if it, and I'm not even just gonna blame the crowd, because just like you said, Kenny, like we cut from commercial break, and Raquel's in the ring. Like, come on, y'all have been building her up to be, this generation's Diesel, and she's been doing a great job of, doing that, right? Taking advantage of her size and really being like big mommy cool, leaning into it. And we don't play this up, like, you know what I mean? We got two Latinas in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, we spicing it up, we and the one thing that I have been applauding is that the top women, they've mostly had, to your earlier point, Kenny, in the tag title scene, so that they can elevate the new stars and give them something to do. And like, let's try something new. Let's shake it up so that we don't have to rely on Io, Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa for, and it just kind of gets stale. We got all this new talent. We got newer, even more young talent coming up from NXT, from the women. So we got to shake it up. We got to see what they got. We got to give them an opportunity. And we kind of didn't really get much. And I'm not going to lie, Randy, I think I finally jumped on board with the idea of like, yo, fuck it. Put the strap on Nikki. Give her one more run. You know what I mean? And to that point, I know I keep harping back on it, but I think a lot of what we saw, there's a after Cena. You know what I mean? Like, right now, it's like they're giving all the legends their run because they know that their sunsets are coming in a wrestling term. You know what I mean? They brought Nikki back. Everybody was excited about it, all of us. And so it's like, okay, now is the opportunity to give her one more run. She's drawing a little bit of heat. She's kind of getting in the mix. I don't mind seeing her in a triple threat, Kenny. Like, I think that would be kind of exciting. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have the full answer. I think I've been advocating too for like, yo, we just need more women in the in the writing room. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying, but we sometimes they really just don't know what to write for women. Like, you know what I mean? They're not women. We started something with Rhea months ago, almost a year ago, where it was like, oh shit, we're gonna get a new layer. Remember when Bianca did that whole like, you know, you stick your nose in wrong places, and you started self-doubting, and I was like, we all got excited, like, oh shit, we're gonna peel back the onion a little bit, and then kind of it went nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, and I kind of feel like this now with Stephanie Vaquer. Like, okay, she so much so, and sorry to like ramble on, but so much so that she had to like verbally go out there and say I'm more than the devil's kiss in one of her promos. So it's like, damn, like you got this this performer, you got this white hot artist, and then nothing. Like you put the strap on and then nothing.
Well, I can't even, aside from me being kind of sick, I don't know what to say much, because it's like I said weeks ago, put the belt on Nikki. And then people tell me, oh, why would you do that? Because not blaming Steph is how they booking Steph. And it's like, all right, you want to put the strap on her? Cool. I'm with it. Let's do it. Same with Julia months ago. I heard that she lost in 2 minutes on SmackDown taping.
Bro.
So it's like you put the strap on whether man or woman. I was like, all right, what are we doing with them? Mm-hmm. Like they got the hype. They come from NXT, cool, great. When it comes to the main roster, and you give them the title so quick, and then that's it. And I think Steph would benefit from having the rival and the adversary of a Nikki Bella. If you tell me, if I was a regular viewer and I popped on Raw tonight and I saw, just from a regular first time, I see Raquel, Steph, and Nikki, I'd be like, yo, who was Nikki Bella? She was talking that shit. Who is she? Oh, yo, is she champion? No, why not?
After
it just the swag, just the overall aura of what she has right now, being a legend and everything. But it's like, I think they could do more with Nikki now than with Steph. And it's not Steph's fault. It just 2025 creatively, it's just like, yeah, I can't even explain it. There's a lot of loopholes, from the John Cena stuff to this guy and that guy to Drew McIntyre, who I felt the best thing that they did outside of Gunther today was the 5-minute thing he had in his crib with Nick Aldis about the ring statement. You want to know why? Because it was outside the arena. You give me a little mini movie. I'm like, oh shit, this dope. And you get Drew and Cody again for the title, which is gonna go two ways, bro. Either Drew wins, or Oba's gonna cost Drew the match. Then you're gonna take Drew away from Cody and put Drew with Oba, because Drew interfered on Saturday. Me, put the strap on Drew McIntyre, please. Put it. Who's calling? Well, sorry. Put the strap on Drew McIntyre. That's it. You cannot give him one more title shot and then him fucking lose or have an outside interference. We've seen that movie too many times. But now it's when the match is gonna happen. He's gonna pick the stipulation. We don't know yet, but I'm like, when? Is it the Royal Rumble? But they have a Saturday Night event prior to the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be there or at the Rumble.
Yeah.
You know?
Will they do a title change at Saturday Night Main Event?
Bro, that's a fucking $1 million question, bro. Me, like that. Not saying Drew gonna have it for a year, but let's spice it up, bro. Let's try something new. Don't give me the interference from Oba, and you build. I don't mind seeing Oba and Drew, just not right now. No, you can hold that off to Mania or whatever. Let Drew win the title.
Yeah,
please.
We've seen Drew in the chase mode for too long. He already has the character build up. He doesn't need that. He needs it now. Now, credit to like that. Now, credit to what we said before about Nikki, I think Stephanie needs to be in the chase mode. She will benefit a lot more being in the chase mode. If you give the strap to Nikki, that will take for her to develop, to grow. And that will, like, make the fans like saying, all right, I want you, Steph, to win that. I want you to win it. You're going to lose, but we want you to win it. And when we do win it, we're going to be excited, be ecstatic for you. The way she won the title was, Naomi got pregnant, and it was like a one-on-one match between Io and her, 2 crowd favorites. Now, that was when it was like rare. She was that rare form, but now it's like, to your point, Randy, she was being very misused. Like, she was a champion, but barely put on TV. She barely wrestled. I think she was like a month and a half without being on TV before actually fighting at Crown Jewel. That was a long stint. That was a long time. And to Drew's point, how many times are we going to keep seeing this? People are just going to be disappointed.
That's why you don't reinstate this guy if you're not going to put the strap on him. Please, bro, try something different for 2026. Let's start either A, Braun Breaker's going to beat Punk, and then Cody going to beat Drew, or Punk's going to beat Braun Breaker, and then Drew's going to beat Cody. You're not changing both straps. So one's got to change, and I think the one that needs to change is the Cody Rhodes belt.
You know what's funny too? Like, not to jump around the mad topics. I promise this is related.
No.
Go ahead.
Seeing how we've now seen, to your point, like the younger talent, the NXT talent come in, get the straps, and then we don't really get anything out of it aside from Braun Breaker. They've managed, but they've seen a Braun Breaker before. They know what to do with a Braun Breaker, right? Like, they don't really know. I feel like, what do we do with Julia? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do with Stephanie Vaquer? And I'm gonna keep it tall. I will no longer be complaining about Carmelo not getting, the immediate, because I look at him and I've really been replaying this back in my mind. I look at him the way I always looked at Sean before the boyhood dream, right? Like, it took him a long time. It was a slow build before he actually got the belt. And even he was in the Royal Rumble mix for 2 years before he got, before he actually won the world heavy. So it's like, okay, I look at it, ever since his last run at NXT, where they basically did a Shawn Michaels, "This Is Your Life" through Carmelo Hayes. You know what I mean? Right down to the leather jacket and him kicking Trick Williams and everything. Mm-hmm. I kind of been likening him to the Black Shawn Michaels. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, yo, cool. Let's just have him have a slow build, because I want the gratification, you know what I'm saying? Like feeling like, yo, finally, as opposed to like, okay, he's hot, let's put the belt on him. It almost makes me a little bit weary about Oba, because they saw how everybody responded to Oba. Y'all, I know y'all saw the discourse on Twitter, and I promise you, in that arena, it felt like, yo, this does feel like I know the title's not on the line, but it feels like it is. It feels that kind of magnitude. You know what I mean? As soon as he picked Cody up, you know what I mean? Like, from his, from that, like that almost reverse choke slam, you know what I mean, situation. It was like, nah, this dude is for real. He looks like a beast. And I'm almost like, damn, like he's only a main eventer. So what else are they gonna do with him? They're not gonna put him in an Intercontinental situation. But if they put him there, he has to do something there. You know what I mean? Maybe not win right away. Yeah. But it can't be a long period of him being a repeat Drew McIntyre, of him just being the person that, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he's there, but he's not gonna win.
If Oba costs Drew the title in this match, are you okay with that? Are you more like, I want to play advocate? All right, so maybe you get Drew and Oba. That's a nice match for Oba when that happens. Or is it time for Cody Rhodes to drop the belt to Drew McIntyre?
I think it will be time for him to drop it because to credit, we love Cody. We love Cody, but for this storyline, it's dragging, and we're not seeing anybody else that you can give to him to fight for the strap. Since he won it back from John from SummerSlam, the man's only been having encounters with Drew, the Little War Games encounter, Drew, and what is it? No one else has really challenged with him. Usually he'll be like 2 or 3. Like Drew would have lost, but then took a break. Then insert somebody else. Then you have a big tie-in. They all, settle it all. Like
how could you forget Aleister Black? That happened like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. It's been Aleister Black, Drew McIntyre.
It's like chewing bazooka bubble gum. It just ran out of flavor, bro. I'm just being honest. It ran out of flavor. I'm sorry. That's why Aleister Black, it ran out of flavor, bro. You say Aleister Black, I'm like, it's like bazooka bubble gum and RC Cola. It's not sticking, all right? That's the way it is. So,
and he almost killed Randy.
So you're saying the Cody Rhodes title run is like an old bazooka bubble gum after a few chews, it's over, it's dry, it's over?
It's not sticking, man. It's not sticking. It's not like what him and Roman was like Bubblicious or a spearmint gum. That joint always has flavor. You always come back to it. But like, come on, man. We're seeing you have someone like Drew McIntyre, you have Cody Rhodes. All right, keep this going. You could have had Drew take the title from Cody from the first encounter. Second time, there would have been shenanigans. Drew still holds the strap. Now you get a third time going, like what we probably going to get in January next month. Cody takes back the strap. Let Drew hold the title for about 2-3 months. Cody can win it back. Vice versa. You could do that. Like Cody holds on. Then in the rematch, shenanigans. Drew wins the title. He holds it for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're tied 1-1. The next title defense, someone takes it. That way, it's a possible building a win-win, and it shows them fighting for the title. Let Drew become 1 time. Let Cody become, within this spin, 2-time, 4-time champion. Like, let it work within that. Like, you can lose 1, win 1. Now it's all about the big reigns of trying to show the real poster boy of the company, whatever, quarterback 1. I'm tired of that shit saying quarterback QB1. I'm like, bro, who do y'all like? Like, who do y'all like? Everyone likes Cody. Everyone likes Cody. He's the real face of the company. They think he's the Jordan of the company right now, but whatever, man. It's right now.
He went to go film Street Fighter.
He went to go film Street Fighter.
You could have had him lose the strap.
And then come back.
Drew, hold it down so I come back. And then get it back when I'm done. Or at the Rumble. Cody should be winning the title at the Rumble.
I don't think he should be winning the Royal Rumble, but probably
no. Cody wins the belt back at the Rumble.
Oh, yeah,
like from Palooza, September 4 months. Drew could have been champ while Cody's out. Drew could have had different Randy Orton, Carmelo, whoever, Sami Zayn, whoever. Now when Cody come back, boom, I get the strap. Now I'm the champion going into WrestleMania season.
And this just builds Drew. Drew can go fight at WrestleMania or go after. It just builds his development with that as well. Yeah. So right now, Cody's reign since winning it from John Cena at SummerSlam, I'm gonna quote it. It's been like bazooka bubblegum, bro. That's the way it is.
To answer your question though, I kind of don't know if I really want Oba to interfere. The only way I want him to interfere is if that means he's officially on the main roster. Mm-hmm. He's officially in the at least world heavy. But I mean, you got him in this interference. That means he got to be in the Universal conversation.
Right.
Like that's where he's at. He just had a whole match with Cody. And the only reason, well, not the only reason, but you know, that's the way they protected him. But the way it looked is like, yo, he might win. The only reason he didn't, you know what I mean? And it was because obviously the interference with Drew. So again, I don't know that they would actually book that. So I kind of want Oba to really finish what he's got to finish with NXT. Drop it to, you know, either Trick or Javon. You know what I mean? Let them get a run. And then move up. Maybe he moves up at Rumble. I'm sure that the three of them, Trick, Javon, and Oba, will be in the Rumble. There's no way they're not, right? But yeah, I just feel like January 5th feels like their official reset.
Yes.
So unless that means after that date, you have plans to make Oba a full-on, full-time, you know, member of the main roster, then no, I don't want him interfering. And I want Drew to win so that Cody can have something to chase, because you know it's just getting boring. It's the same thing. He runs in, he tells somebody off, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, right. He does that. And then it's just like, all right, Cody. Like, and I like Cody. I love Cody. I think he's a great champion. It's just I'm not really feeling everything. Just feels predictable.
We did, before we wrap up in a bit, we heard this tonight.
And when he gave up, he tapped out like a little bitch.
Nuclear heat for Gunther. I know there was a lot of discourse over the weekend about how they should have handled John Cena's final match. Should he passed out, tapped out? I know TU was there, but I think I think I'm okay with Cena tapping out, because the professional that John is, to pay it forward and understanding the story and the psychology of making the next superstar going forward. Gunther is now in line to be like that next badass of nobody could fuck with me. I could be the legend killer, or the Hall of Fame retiring person. I got Goldberg, I got Cena. You already see him and AJ looking like, AJ is done next year. So they're telling you what's going on next. Gunther and AJ, I'm away. And then eventually Brock. So without that happening, you don't get this heat that Gunther got without tapping out probably the guy who's on Mount Rushmore of wrestling, John Cena. So that's why you're paying it forward. You get that reaction. You build him up, and that's why I was fine with it. I wasn't there, but watching it, I can see why people were upset. Watching and in the building, they were highly upset at Triple H. I think you were in the area of the post game presser, so you heard the crowd displeased at Triple H, and it hasn't been a good year for Hunter creatively. Hopefully 26 can pick back up, but I mean, a made man for Gunther right now, all because of tapping out John Cena. And he's gonna tap out AJ, and fuck around, he might tap out Brock Lesnar. Just imagine that. Are you ready for that?
I love the idea. Well, first of all, I love the idea of Gunther now becoming legend killer. You know what I mean? Like, this could be this generation's the streak. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, yo, like he is the bringer of the sunset. You feel me? Like, my man is the guy to take you out. And what's cool about it too is, like, you know, I think that we like that he's this no frills, you know, 80s style. You know, I know I make reference of like Bob Backlund a lot, but that's what he is, yo. Like, he's just like, I'm not here to play with you. I'm a psycho. You know what I mean? I'm a cerebral assassin on some Triple H shit. I'm a master of a million holds on some Dean Malenko. You know, I'm an execution first on some Bret Hart. I'm a throwback. I don't do none of this gimmicky. I don't need no pyro. I am the fucking pyro. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. I love it. And I feel like him beating John was going to happen. We all can agree on that. Especially because, like, to your point, Randy, and the discourse we've all heard, we all know ball. We know how it's supposed to happen. We know that John is a true professional. He wanted nothing more than this year to be about the fans, getting to see him one more time, and to elevating the new talent and giving back to the game. That's who he is. So salute to you, John. We love you for it, right? And he's supposed to do the favor. He's supposed to go out looking at the lights in some way. I personally would have loved it if maybe he just passed the fuck out on some Austin shit. I didn't love it that the guy tapped out, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, after tonight's promo, I'm over it. I'm not even worried about the fact that that's how John went out. He went out with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went out on his terms. I even had to ask myself, because I had to go back. I watched it again when I got back to the crib, and I'm like, yo, Gunther, did y'all notice that he checked with the ref? He went like, yo, something tells me that
double check
he double checked with the ref. I was now, because before in the ring, I'm just watching it, and I think I was texting y'all too, like, yo, I kind of need Cena to win now. Like, I was that into it, the crowd was into it, and I'm like, yo, is Cena gonna go out? And like the wrestling historian of me was like, there's no way he's gonna win. But now the fan was like, I need this dude to win. He already lost his match. He already gave the belt back to Dirty Dom. Fuck it. Let John go out. Let everybody leave happy. But yeah, it just made sense that he didn't. But if you go back and check, he looks at the ref, he being Gunther. He looks at the ref and he goes, like,
for real? You sure?
Gunther looks a little bit
you dead ass?
Yeah, and I think that even though Trips got booed and whatever, he has to die on that sword. Something says, because I mean, not every legend goes out on, like, Sting. He won, and that was right. Like, that's been part of the conversation. Sting won his last match, and there have been others who have won their last match. It's not a golden rule. You don't have to do it, right? But John, being who he is, he wanted to do business. So something says to me that either they both knew, right? Like, yo, listen, I'm gonna lose, or they probably was on some, like, y'all know how the greats are. Even in the ring, they kind of just play. They feel the crowd out. I feel like they left it up to John. Like, you tell us what you want to do. Gunther's gonna put you in mad chokeholds. You let us know what you want to do. And so when he smiled, he was at ease. He was at peace, and he was like, all right, let's take it home. You know what I mean? Take that heat with you. I'm gonna leave my Skechers in the ring. My, you know what I'm saying? My all birds.
Yeah.
and y'all go ahead and you move it on to the next generation, Gunther.
I said Gunther tapping out Brock would be amazing.
The next big thing, tapping out to Gunther in
his hometown in Minnesota.
Oh my God.
The heat.
The heat. That's the thing. The heat is like, if I mean, we just named it, right? AJ Styles, him taking him out, more heat. Taking out Brock in his hometown, where nobody would expect him to lose there, drawing more heat. He's talking more shit. That's the thing too about Gunther. Tonight I was laughing when, like, on he was talking crazy. We New Yorkers, we know what it is to talk shit. You know what I mean? Especially after a win. My man was walking through that hallway talking big cash shit, guy in his whip, and then this to AJ. I was like, yo, my son wilding.
Oh yeah.
Yo, he hit him with it. You can't see me. Yo, that to me signified like, yo, you next. And you know it, big boy.
But
like,
you know what?
You next, Brock's next. And I mean, it also allows for, all those kids who, that they're kids. They like Cena because they know this Cena. They don't know Thugonomics Cena.
No.
You know what I mean? They know Make-A-Wish Cena. They know a very tempered down Cena. But you know what he can do? And I know y'all know where I'm going. That one superstar, that one hero who comes back at a big WrestleMania, you know what I mean? and actually beats Gunther, the guy who took out all the OGs, who took out all the legends, yo, now you got a megastar. Now you got somebody to replace Cody when he's ready to hang him up. And we talk about this a lot. Cody, Seth, Roman, they're ready to go in 5 years. No, they have all been on record to say, like, we don't want to be like the legends that we came up under. We want to be out of this in our mid-40s. And guess where they're at? They're early 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all like, yo, like, we got 5 years of this tops. Like, we don't want to be, we want to go and just live life, man. We did it.
Orton too. Orton's he ain't that far.
Orton, I think he's the last of the like throwbacks. He said he wanted like, I think he said he wanted to wrestle till he was about 55, but I think he's not.
I don't know.
So he got 5 years left. But that's 5 years. We're talking about a 5-year window where basically all of them will be gone, right? That Rey Mysterio, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody from that era is pretty much on their way out.
Damn,
Jericho's coming back to get his last,
Randy.
you know what I mean? His last couple fights in. So it's like, okay, it makes all the sense. Like, have Gunther be the guy, take everybody's ass out, and then you build a new megastar that can take over for Cody and Roman and inherits, you know what I mean? That good guyism, you know, because that's how you transfer it all. He gave the heat to Gunther so that somebody else could become a superstar, megastar, good guy. Whoever.
But I tell you one thing, it wasn't this heat. Sorry, rewind, live. Hold up. There you go. Try again. It wasn't this heat.
This is my yard now.
No, it wasn't.
It was close, but
no, it wasn't.
When this was Roman beating Taker, right? So it wasn't the streak. And look what that did for Roman. That's why when Brock beat Taker, look at again in real time. If you rewind the tape, it's like what Hunter is getting now with the vitriol about Cena tapping out. It's like what was going on when Vince had Taker lose to Brock. And it's been mentioned all over the world now. Oh, it reminds me of Brock. The crowd like this, the reactions, but it's different because Taker was not about to retire at that particular moment in time. It wasn't a retirement. Yeah,
my bad. I got to get a power strip, but finish that thought.
Oh, so that was you with the noise I kept hearing. I'm like, what is that noise? Like I heard beep, beep. All right. So I was saying with the Brock and Taker stuff. So it mimicked the reaction, the crowd reaction. But no matter what, it's gonna lift Gunther to new heights where he's the guy, he's the ultimate heel that you got to take down. Like I said, he took out Goldberg, he took out John Cena. He's gonna take out AJ Styles. He's gonna take out Brock Lesnar and other people along the way. And then we're going to see who was the guy that's going to take him down. Who was the mega good guy that's going to dethrone Gunther from getting rid of your favorite all-time favorite. So, to me, real quick, he reminds me like the character of like being the heel. It's like hold up. No, we think Dragunov's the guy. You think Dragunov, of all people, is the guy to take down Gunther?
But
you know what? Hold on. I wish T was right here. I don't want to wait. I mean,
I'd say okay.
So T, real quick. So I was talking about who can be the guy, the good guy to take down Gunther when he's on this mega heelish run for taking out Goldberg, Cena, AJ, Brock. So Noob wrote Dragunov, right?
Ooh.
But I tell you one thing better. From a storyline standpoint, again, I'm not saying this guy's going to be like the next big thing, but what could be cool, what could be different is, what's his name again? You take
Dragunov.
No, not him. If you take Kaiser out of this role of Americano, right? Now he's back into his regular shit. He knows Gunther the best, right?
Yeah.
He rode with him. He did all that with him. He can be, if they build him up to be that guy, like the protege. I know Gunther's every move. I know the skill set. I know what can tick him off. I'm just saying, if you have me booking it, he could be one of those guys when in that point in time to take out Gunther, because it's not going to be Dragunov. It's not going to be Braun. When that time comes, Braun Breaker the guy? Maybe. Could be. Because that's the next wave. After your Roman, Cody, Seth, it's Braun, it's Dom Mysterio, it's Gunther, it's those Obas. Like, they're the next wave after this current wave. But who can realistically take down Gunther if it's not Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed? From a story standpoint, the guy that knows me the best is Kaiser.
Right.
I like where you're going. My fault.
There you go.
You got something, Kenny? Or
No, I was just.
look, I was just gonna say I like where you're going, especially on some psychology shit. I do really like that because what's funny is like we're seeing the turn because everybody knows he's the Americano, like what I mean. So like people are starting to gravitate towards him. People are starting to like him, and I was wondering like, yo, like what do you do with him once they take the mask off of him? Like he's becoming a fake that. Now my question though is what happens after? Is he a big enough draw that like he could sustain and really be the face of the company? There's only been so many faces of the company.
Yeah.
I don't know that I see him as that. I don't even know if I see Dragunov as that. I love the idea of the two of them going at him, him being Gunther. But I particularly Kaiser for the reason that you said. I do like that.
You know who Gunther is today?
Who's that?
He's the 2004-05 JBL.
In what sense? Walk with us. In what sense?
Heel. No matter what he did, no matter what he said, promo, whatever, music. Every time you heard the ding, 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 the bells. Oh, it's JBL. Yo, I can't stand JBL. From a fan at that point in time, he was the best heel.
Wrestling god.
From 04 to 05, Wrestling God, SmackDown champion for a whole year in the middle of Undertaker, Batista, that realm of talent. He was the best heel on the roster. Like a throwback heel. No matter who he fought, he won every match. And then who was the guy to take him down?
Batista, Undertaker.
And Cena, right?
Cena.
I think Cena, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this Gunther now reminds me of the heat he's getting. It's like it mimics JBL 04, 05. I'm not saying wrestling skill, but kind of in a sense that every time you see Gunther, I hate this guy, bro. He destroyed my hero. He made him tap out. JBL was that kind of psychological heel back in the days. Every time you saw him, I can't stand this guy. But that shows you how good they're doing their job. That's the real true sense of being a super heel with heat.
If I was to say JBL was Lex Luthor back in 05, Gunther right now, the man is Thanos. The man is collecting legends as Infinity Stones. He's collecting them all like Infinity Stones. Ruthless, benevolent, with a smile, all that for a drop of blood. All your wrongdoings, all your failures. No matter how much you trained, you still came back to me. All led you all back to me. Gunther is this modern's day. You say JBL, that's good. I call him Gunther's for sports entertainment. This sports entertainment's Thanos. Collecting legends, Hall of Famers as the Infinity Stones. Goldberg.
That's right.
Who else?
Cena.
John Cena. Goldberg. John Cena. Who else?
Gonna get AJ soon.
Yeah.
He's gonna get AJ. He's gonna get
Brock.
Probably Brock. The Rock.
No.
Nah, that was bad.
There's some people that belong to some people.
I know. I know.
Fuck around. He might retire Jericho.
Now Jericho, I could see.
There's 6 Infinity Stones, so
There's 6. Damn.
there's 6 Infinity Stones.
Jericho, I could see. I feel like I like where you're going though, Kenny,
Over,
and that's a real good analogy. The Rock, he belongs to Roman. You know what I'm saying? We know that has to be him.
Saudi.
And
I take that back.
And Rey Mysterio belongs to Dom. We know that. Like,
exactly.
so it's like, but where you're walking, I love it.
Yes.
My question is, in the immediate, what do we do with Gunther? Is it okay? You win the Rumble? Is it like, oh, because he's too hot? You have to do something with him. And right now, honestly, even if Drew doesn't win the belt from Cody, it has to be Gunther. Because now Gunther's he's in a totally new elevated space, and at least this way it doesn't have to. Because for a long time I felt like it can only be Cody and Roman. It can only be Cody and Roman because I love Drew and I think he could get a quick run with the Universal, but I don't think he's the face for real. Love Drew, no disrespect. I'm just saying I don't. He can't get more than a 4-month run to your point, Randy. But you can leave the belt on Roman till he retires. People would get mad and it would ebb and flow, but Roman would take it and really make something out of it and continue to do what he does and build stars. Same thing goes with Cody to a degree. It's like a 1A, 1B, but right now I've always felt like, other than them two, I don't believe anybody else as the face. But I feel like it now might be Gunther. Now, because we haven't had a top heel like that where they're white hot like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you think about it too, like what Cena just did for him because of like how much everybody was kind of disappointed in his like world heavyweight reign, him being Gunther, like we kind of expected a lot more, but now this is more important in terms of Gunther's like his accolades. I would say it's retiring John Cena, breaking Honky Tonk Man's Intercontinental streak for most days as the actual Intercontinental champion, and then being World Heavyweight Champion in terms of importance, in terms of what people will remember him for. You know what I mean? So like now that you have this, they got to utilize it. So I feel like he's my early pick to get him through to the Rumble and just have him win that.
My last point would be, if it's not the Rumble, again, Gunther has put his name in the hat of main eventing WrestleMania. So 2 weeks ago, it's Braun. It's Braun and Punk. It's gonna be Cody and Roman. It's gonna be Drew McIntyre. I'm Drew McIntyre. What talk about? Who am I talking
Breaker?
Gunther. My bad, Gunther.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gunther can walk in the chamber and win that, and get CM Punk back at Mania because Punk took the belt off of him at SummerSlam.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've been told, and I love it. We're fantasy booking, right? We're fantasy booking, so that's where you want to go. That's where you go. I like this Breaker Punk series that we got right now. I kind of want to let it marinate, let them go back and forth. I want to put Gunther right there, and if I'm them, I don't know when all those other legends retire. Fuck that. Like Gunther win the Rumble because we know what the Rumble means. I love the Elimination Chamber. It's fun. It's exciting. But the Rumble is that one. You know what I mean? Like when you win the Rumble, there's something special about it, right? Like
I mentioned Chamber only because the winner, if Punk is champion,
I know
Mania,
you still get
it in Chicago. You win the Chamber in Chicago. Bad guy Heat. I already know who if the winner of the Rumble picks Cody Rhodes. Remaining is Chamber, CM Punk. Who am I gonna get? I could win the Chamber in your hometown and come get you at
fucking. But Jay won the Rumble last year and he didn't go for the Universal. So I don't think it's always that. I hear where you're going though. So but if we're gonna do that, right? That means that okay, does Braun Breaker win the Rumble and then Gunther wins, Elimination Chamber? I don't know that we one way or another, we need him to win one of them.
Yeah.
And in one way or another, I need him to take the belt off Cody.
Your Rumble people now are Gunther, Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns.
I say Carmelo
to win the Rumble.
If he's no, okay. Oh, when the Rumble.
Yeah, what are we picking? Are we picking like our last four?
I thought it was like the last 8 or 4.
Yeah, like let's say like the last 4. Let's say the last 4. That's always the classic. Like, okay, one of these guys is gonna win.
Okay, you know what? To be fair, Kenny, let's go 8. The last 8.
Okay, yeah. What's your last 8, Kenny?
Okay, last 8. Braun Breaker, Gunther, Roman Reigns, Dom Mysterio. I just said his name. Carmelo.
So that's 5?
That's 5.
Carmelo, Dom, Breaker, Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4. Who I'm missing? Damn.
You said Roman,
Gunther. Dom.
Yeah. I didn't say the last 3 yet.
Okay.
Sami. We're doing Sami Zayn. I know. We do Sami Zayn.
I would, if you ask me today, I think Logan Paul is a final 8.
Logan. I was going to do that. 7. And my last one.
And the last man is.
Yeah. It depends on how they use them. It depends how they use them and the outcome for the next PLE. Oh, no, he's going to be wrestling. Damn. If it's not Saturday Night Main Event, Drew McIntyre. But if Drew is in Saturday Night Main Event or the Royal Rumble,
Kevin, thank you, man. Hayes has no Oba, yeah, I think. Okay. Real quick, Kenny. Kevin said Hayes has no momentum right now.
I gotta disagree, Kevin. I gotta disagree.
I think for Kenny saying to win the Rumble, I think
he was saying he's in the bottom 8. He's not gonna win
top 8. I don't think he's gonna win, but those are always exciting seeing the 8 because they're going to get like notice for the push. They're like the next one up, the rising, like the runners up.
So no Jey Uso.
I don't think so. I think Jay's going to go in the crash out mode eventually because Jimmy's going to. They're going to probably lose it at the final moment, and then Jimmy's going to get written off because Jimmy has to go attend to Naomi, and Jay's probably going to be solo dolo by himself as the unhinged Uso.
Is Brock in the Rumble?
I wouldn't.
Yo, it's Saudi, bro. They're gonna want anybody in there.
I just thought about it. Yeah, they're gonna put him in, but he has no. I would not put Brock to put him in no leading up to a championship run. That's just
unless you build something where someone can throw him out and you build a WrestleMania match. That's how it happened with him and Drew McIntyre. Brock's not gonna win, but if you can throw him out, because.
If he throws out Gunther goes after Brock, and then that's what we have.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't hate that, Randy. I don't know if he's in my top 8. And honestly, I didn't even think about he being Brock. I don't even know if I thought about, okay, we need him there. Like, I'm curious to see what they even, how many more matches, because at this point he's pretty much a part-timer. I would imagine. We know he'll be at Mania though because they're billing him.
If he's retiring, he might get one last Rumble.
My guess is, yeah, right. That's the only thing. Is like,
yeah,
he. I would imagine they want him for one last Rumble and one last Chamber, so he's not gonna win. But fuck it, let's start there. If I'm going with my top 8, right?
Let's do it.
I say Brock because of that, because you know what I mean. I say Gunther because he's white hot. He's got to be in the Rumble. Oba again, white hot, gotta be in there. I'm saying my guy, L.A. Knight. Yeah, he makes his return.
Okay.
All
right.
So that's 4 already, right?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have Braun Breaker. I think we have Bronson Reed.
That's 6.
And I think we have Austin Theory. I think
7.
we have.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, because I think the Vision's gonna have like way more like impact, especially after all this. Or else, why the fuck did you do all this? They gotta kind of move as a unit. They kind of gotta move on some like menacing. Like I said, they need to be this generation's NWO. They need it. Fuck it. Make them like, them guys like on some like, yo, we rolling deep. You know what I mean? Y'all from New York. Y'all from the Bronx. They gotta be WWE's. Dominicans don't play. Y'all remember? Y'all was going out. Y'all know what it was. Dominicans don't play. For all those watching who aren't from New York and don't know what 2000s to 2010s, you know what I mean, club scene was like. If you was anywhere between Copacabana and Jimmy's Uptown somewhere,
La Marina.
Yeah, La Marina. If you was outside and you saw one Dominican dude get into a scrap, all of a sudden there was 30. They hopped out of everywhere. You know what I mean?
Machete, hey, cabrón.
All kinds of chaos. And we need them to be on some Dominicans don't play of the WWE. It need to be like, they here to cause chaos, and ain't no fair ones. Ain't no 1Ds. There's 30 guys hopping out, you know what I mean, hitting you with Plantano. You know what I mean? We ain't playing that. You know what I mean? But
so no Dom in your final 8?
I was just about to I got one more.
Ooh.
And it's honestly between Roman and Dom.
Wow.
I
guys,
I'm a little torn, but I think it's gonna end up being probably gonna be in my last 8. I'm gonna go Dom.
Okay.
Because at least this way is less predictable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know everybody wants it to be Roman, but imagine throwing him out that early now. But if you throw him out with some shenanigans and a reason, but mind you, I didn't say Jey Uso and I didn't say Roman. You know what I mean? Like, I think that I like where you're going, Kenny. Like, let's give them a little bit of a different look. And imagine he's crashing out, right? Imagine he being Jey Uso. So imagine we put Roman and we put Jay and we put Brock. You know what I mean? Put them in the elimination chamber. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put them in there. That's one half of the elimination chamber. And then we need some more people from the Vision, and maybe Drew McIntyre. I don't know. I guess at that point we'll see. I would love to see if they go that far, and if he's on the main roster, I'd love to see Obafemi, see what kind of damage he can do. You know what I mean? In the elimination chamber. But yeah, I feel like they gotta lean into this whole Vision thing, or else it's not gonna work. And why do we do it? We just end up with another, whole scenario of like, okay, so we just did all of this Masked Man stuff, and Breaker having his feud with Punk, and now he's at that level for no reason. Nah, they gotta really come through and like I said, be real agents of chaos.
Agreed.
Last point before I get there, Noob. Looks like the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky storyline is starting to lose interest by the fans. Can we end the feud between the Kabuki Warriors and Rio because the women's tag title run is underwhelming? Yeah. I think they got to pivot after January 5th. They're going to pivot, hopefully, to where just Asuka and Io on their own. Rhea can separate herself from Io, and we can focus on Asuka and Io, because that tag team title scene that Kenny mentioned a while ago, it just no story, no build to it. You just announcing matches for 2 weeks from now without any true heat. But my last point, because I'm struggling over here trying to talk. The one name we haven't mentioned in that final 8 in the Rumble could be a dark horse. Is Randy Orton. Nobody mentioned Randy Orton. Now, because if he wins the Rumble, you know who he's picking. And again, I think it's good to have a lot of possibilities of who could be the final 10, final 8, final 4. Kenny mentioned Sami Zayn. I think he could be in that final mix as well. It's really a crapshoot of what direction they want to go in for WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. Right now, Cody is the champion, also CM Punk, but the guys like Roman and Braun Breaker and Gunther are standouts. Do they shake the table? Do they shake the room a little bit and like, oh, really? Word? I thought last year they shook the room for Jey Uso. I think because when you see Unreal, it was maybe supposed to be CM Punk, but he did not win the Rumble, and they went with Jay because of the momentum he was building. And again, if that's the case, look at the momentum Gunther is building. That you might have to go in that direction just because of like, yo, this guy gets the fucking heat, bro. Like, just imagine him winning the Rumble and going against possible Cody Rhodes. Do they put Gunther on that side? Do they keep it safe and keep it on the World Heavyweight Championship side? I don't know. But they have a lot. They have a lot to do with keeping that momentum and building him tapping out John Cena. You can't tap out John Cena and then not win the Rumble or not win the Chamber. Like he's got to win one of those. And I think once you do that, sorry, Braun, you may not win a Rumble or Chamber. Sorry, Roman, you might be asked out this one. It's not a clear indication. Hopefully soon we start to see that. But like I said, man, Gunther put himself in that spot, and it's like now it's a toss up. Vonda, appreciate you, man. Any last words before we get up out of here? We're at the hour 22 mark. So no show Friday because I'll be working. We come back next Monday, the 22nd. That is a live Monday Night Raw. I think they're taping 2 taped SmackDowns. So that SmackDown on Friday the 26th is taped, but we can still come back for that. But this Friday, I won't be around. So any last words before we get out of here?
One is always, well, salute to Maxine Dupree unlocking her inner natty, her inner Dudgeon skills with the ankle lock. So it's rubbing off. So salute to Maxine Dupree. True shit.
T.
I'm gonna build off that. I got 1, 2, 3, and we out of here, Randy. I love that. That was the match I was anticipating the most tonight, honestly. Was could Maxine look like we really could believe that, okay, like she could really be champion? And she did. She looked good. She looked great. Shout out to her. Shout out to Natty. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? And you guys are getting a great interview with Natty. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Two. Yeah, I mean, look. I feel like, you know, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but I really feel like they got to do something great with Gunther. They have all this momentum. I hope that they, you know, take it, run with it, and make him like beat the dog shit out of everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't had a true heel this incredible, this white hot in a long time. And for a long time, I think we were even all like, yo, like maybe we're just gonna have tweeners now. Like, and I'm not saying they go away from that, but now you have somebody that like is like a lightning rod, and you know, let him win the big events. And I want him to beat the dog shit out of heels. I want him to just like go on a tear, beat the hell out of everybody. You know what I mean? Like really make everybody like become that like legendary, you know, heel that never went face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and really take advantage of this. And lastly, I want to give a salute to John Cena, man. Like, you know, I've talked often about like, yo, look, I really didn't see. I know nobody saw him, but I didn't really see him much during the Ruthless Aggression era because, like, look, I was kind of fading out, right? Like, of course, I knew who he was, and you know, because of my little brother, I saw him every now and then. You know, like that was my younger brother's era of like starting to watch wrestling. But I was incredibly happy that, you know, my mom kind of surprised me and my older brother with an opportunity. She got the tickets for us on some, you know, Christmas gift. She had a plug, and it was a funny story. My mom just knows that we love wrestling. I was doing something. She texted me and she sent me a text with like the screenshot of like, hey, you want to go to this? And I was like, Ma, I can't explain right now why that is an absolute yes. But yes, I'm coming home for the holidays anyway.
But what she asked you, did she ask you like, hey, do you want to go to this? Like she don't know what's going on, or like, hey, do you want to go?
She didn't know that it was John Cena's last match. She didn't know any of that. She just knew that me and my older brother love wrestling, and you know, we are boys, right? So she was like, oh yeah, hey, like, you know, I mean, do you want to go to this? And I was like, excuse me. And it was funny too, is like I was gonna wait and like it was almost on some like last hour, found out for sure. But made my way here, made my way back to the East Coast, and then we got the tickets. We had a blast. Me and Rel went, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my brother Rel. But that's how it went, you know what I mean? Mom Dukes held it down for me and my brother, man. So I was so excited to go. But what I will say on some final note about John Cena's run, watching the interviews and understanding who he is as a man and everything he wanted to give back to the business and how much he wanted to elevate new talent. And, you know, we hear so much about like, you know, people just being like not really so giving. And I think hearing and seeing what he's been about, yeah, cool. I know as fans, we didn't love the whole heel turn, but what I took from it and the salvaging that I took from it is like, sometimes it's not about you. You know what I mean? Like as an adult, sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's about the greater good. Sometimes it's about doing the right thing. Sometimes it's about like, you know, doing something that's going to elevate people around you. And you see that that's what he did. And it was just like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like I took something on some like real life shit, like as a reminder of like, like if this guy who became, you know what I mean, Mount Rushmore could humble himself and be like, like it's not always about like me. It's about paying homage. It's about paying it forward. It's about elevating new people and like paying forward, like, you know, like taking the skills that you learn and helping somebody else, you know, to like he said, leave it better than you found it. So on some like adult Terrence, who like, you know, like the 12-year-old fan in me is always gonna like love wrestling for what the storylines are and the heroes and the good guys and the bad guys. But the adult who just appreciates what these, you know, real athletes are able to do and these real people are able to build with like, you know, actual stories and like, you know, the dedication that it takes to perform live. You know what I'm saying? And like, again, Cena making his farewell tour about everyone else but himself, outside of obviously the 17, you know what I mean? We know he wanted to win that, and it felt like Trips and everybody else was honored to make sure he left on a grand slam. So he had that little quick segment with Dom, but really all of it was about the fans and about the new talent. So that's what I really want to salute. So thank you, John. Thank you, Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like you really showed what it is to be a professional. And you know, all the fans who watched you for 2 decades, we salute you. Can't wait to see you back in a suit. And say what's up real quick.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? It was awesome, and it was an honor to be there on your last night.
On that note,
Fast 11 and John Cena is a dragon fruit, wrestling's fruit.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
On that note, you can follow Kenny Holt at Cowabunga_K_E_N. My boy Terrence Watson at Lower East Scribe. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rates, comments, like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Subscribe. Show some love and support for your boys. on the program. If you guys have not seen it, we got the recent interview with Natty Neihart with myself and Graham Matthews up on YouTube. So go ahead, check it out. Again, show some love and support for that. Share it, like it, do what you got to do. Looking to do more in the future with Graham, with Kenny, and with Terrence. So we're looking at a big 2026 for the podcast, and can't do without you guys supporting us. So again, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Show some love and support for you boys on this program. For myself, Randy Cruz, Kenny Holt, Terrence Watson, we out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Dun, 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 dun.